I am like a king in Guadeloupe and Martinique. You know, up to yesterday, a guy was telling me that I am a household name in St. Lucia also. My voice, a Lucian, you know, a Lucian broadcaster. So it's like, it's cool, but I feel more appreciated in Martinique and Guadeloupe. Jean-Philippe said live on stage, if you don't want him in Dominica, he'll take him in Martinique. You know, and that is the kind of love I get in those places. Myself and Ezra Winstead will step in any radio station, anywhere in Martinique and Guadeloupe and feel appreciated. Unlike in Dominica, but that's cool. I felt the Dominican bands really stood out. Ophelia gave a performance of her life, you know, and she needs to be commended. I felt the Bouillon band stood up. Brave, without anyone, I think this band really will go places. Without very many people in the park, they brought out a very professional performance, and I was very delighted and happy. Mikel, you know, all the bands, the Bouillon band, the CK, the Triple K, you know, Midnight Groovers possibly got one of their best mixes, and I felt that they actually gave a show. Instead of just coming and perform, you could see lots of preparation, lots of thought went into the production and gave a show. And I was very, very happy. I also want to big up the police, the conspicuous presence of the police officers. Once again, 0 incidents, and it's 19 years that we have had that record, Matt. And I really feel privileged that 10, people, thousands of people in one space, and hardly any pushing any, and that's really complimentary to the security officers. They really, are challenged with that multitude of people in one space, but every year they seem to come out trumps. But just before I leave, Matt, there are people who traversed, who piloted, who created what we enjoyed over the weekend. We in Dominica, and I will repeat it, we in Dominica, we have memoir pool. Okay, I am possibly the boldest one to every year come and say it. As a matter of fact, I said it on stage on Sunday. But there were people who piloted this project, and it is now reaping tremendous dividends for our beautiful country, and we all love it. It is one opportunity for us to put down all our political guns and ammunitions and come in one space and enjoy ourselves. But we must, just before I leave, I just want to touch on the contribution of Mr. Julius Timothy, the then Minister of Finance, Planning and Industries. As a matter of fact, he was able to get that particular project together with Mr. Gregor and the rest through the industry section during those days. And there was a special lady in my research, which haven't been mentioned, is Dr. Maria Bellot. She was very instrumental in getting this thing off the ground. Then Gordon Henderson is overseas. Gordon Henderson, and I'm glad he stepped in here, Gordon, come, because he used to call me Timal during those days. And it's a French way of saying, hi, hello, my partner, that kind of thing. I was at the office. I know of the contribution of the brother, and he will possibly come and confirm after what he did to secure some acts because of his connections, because of his affiliation with some of those French groups in those days, which made us, which was the foundation of this World Creole Music Festival. It was monumental, and as he's there, and I really want to congratulate him for those early days. Mark Murray conceptualized the actual World Creole Music Festival. I don't think he get much credit for that, because it first started off as a Kadas festival. It was felt that it was named first a Kadas. It was felt that it may not last too long with only just the name Kadas. So it was felt we could possibly call it the Kadas Zouk Festival. And it was felt that it was too narrow, it was limited to just the French and Dominica, and that's where the World Creole came in, and Mark Murray was very instrumental in naming it. Well, the late Eddie Tulo, the first events coordinator, executive director, there was people like Sobers Esprit, Steve Hyacinth. We don't recognize this brother, but he has been with the team from the beginning. The only uninterrupted personnel in the team, and has been stage manager from inception up to this last edition there. So we need in a special way to big up this brother, Oliver St. John. And I must commend Oliver St. John. And I remembered when we moved from the technical wing to Portersville Savannah. Then we had to prepare all the containers. Oliver St. John stayed about 3 nights, not sleeping, trying to get the venue prepared for that particular edition. People like Ron Lander, Jeffrey Brisbane, Dennis Joseph, Michael Fagan, and Gordon's good partner, Michael Fagan, that is also Michael Fadel. He used to work at NDC. The late Jamala Fountain also was at the office. And he really worked in terms of the federation with Greg's getting the World Federation together. Gregory Rabes, Stein Henry. Also people like, well, Piper was at the DFC at the time. Raymond Lawrence, in particular for the traditional component. And there was a guy called Armstrong James who used to assist Steve during those early days. And Cynthia Ailey, not much mention is made of this lady. Shabin lady at the office. Used to be at the office from 5 o'clock in the morning and leave 11, 12 o'clock in the night during those early days to make sure that this festival really, you know, the concept. What we enjoy today, those early days, for hardly anything. Some of us, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's why today I want to take, you know, the opportunity to really remind us of these trailblazers. And in particular, I want to big up Mr. G. Thank you very much for the opportunities that you gave me during those days. As a matter of fact, Mr. G gave me the responsibility to understudy everything that Eddie did. And I really want to thank him for the opportunity. And my thanks again, QFM. Thank you very much. It's getting really difficult now. Because once again, everything that goes wrong, it points to only one man, Wadex. I'm not the...
Will you continue, Wadex? How long will you continue for?
I am not sure, because I am seriously thinking of possibly this one is my last. I'm seriously considering that, because like we forget the trailblazers, I will be part of those that they forget soon, and that is not a problem, because that's how we are. We have a culture of forgetting the contributions, the blood and the sweat of our brothers and sisters until they are no more. Then we continue to give them all the flowers and call them the greatest ever that walk on the face of this earth after Jesus Christ. But that's cool, because that is who we are. Once again, thank you, my brother, and may God bless you. I suspect you have not been drinking what you have been recommending to me. So I will agree with blessings. You're joking to come and look on your birthday. You should be at your home resting and relaxing. Blessed day to you, my brother, and a big up to Gordon Henderson, my partner, from whom I've learned quite a bit in terms of the history of the Kadas slip. So thank you very much, Gordon.
And let me just quickly say, you know, Wadex Matt was really on training to take over from Eddie. Eddie had plans to go to England and so on. And I remember something, I think the DFC owes something to Wadex. I'll tell you what it is. We went to Trinidad, and he was like an intern. And when we arrived in Trinidad, his brand new, lovely Nike sneakers, they stole that. And you know what disappointment Wadex had?
Yeah.
He opened his bag, his brand new sneaker. You know when you're a sneakerhead and you take your best sneakers. Oh my. The DFC should fund you that.
Thank you very much, Gordon Henderson. So once again, may God bless you, may God bless Dominica. Mr. G, I'll see, 2 G's we have, Gordon and Cherry. We'll see you it's tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Okay, at the Grand NCC Kadas Slips of Finance. God bless you, Matt, and God bless you.
Thank you. We have some breaking stories coming from the fisheries there. Carlisle Baptist standing by there. We'll talk to Gordon Henderson coming back right after this.
The stage is set for the biggest Kadas Lipso competition ever. Wednesday, November 2nd, 8:30 p.m., Paulusville, Savannah. But the question is, who will dethrone the reigning champ 2015, Anton Joseph? 9 males, 1 female. John Mack, Dexter Peltier, Christopher Sylvester, Joe Dossett, Val Coffey, Charles Latham, Jude Delaney, Murphy John Jules, Kelly Williams, and Delma Daniel. 2 big shows, 1 night. Tickets only $60 in advance, 70 at the gate. VIP only easy $140. 2 big shows, 1 night. Kadas Lipso competition and band competition featuring Kadas legend Gordon Henderson. November 2nd, 2016, Paulusville, Savannah, the biggest show for the independent season.
Next time on Crystal Waters, Blue Skies.
Do you wish to continue the term of bail for Mr. Ebenezer Motine? Because...
No, Your Honor. I cannot continue to take chances with this man. He is on his own.
Independence Creole Bal Guamoon. A Depadas Creole Bal Guamoon. This Independence Day, November 3rd. 48 Karat Gold Swinging Stars and Prince Waddix will be live at the Scenic and Historic Fortune Hotel from 10 p.m. Creole Bal Guamoon. Dress in anything Creole and be part of the first ever Creole Bal Guamoon. Entrance only $40 in advance and supported by Digicel, the extraordinary network. Creole Bal Guamoon. It could be the national wear, a Creole shirt, a jeep, a pantalon. Wear anything Creole and be part of the Creole Bal Guamoon. And celebrate Dominica's independence November 3rd, 10 p.m. at the Fortune Hotel with Swinging Stars and Prince Waddix. Sake Malala.
Good morning. As I indicated to you, we'll be talking to Gordon Henderson on this big one, the big show coming up there, November 2 at the Portersville Savannah. But Carlisle John Baptist is on the line. There's the breaking news all there at the Fisheries Complex. Good morning, Carlisle.
Hi, Matt. Good morning to you. Good morning to your many listeners. You're very right. outside the Roseau Fish Market, the Fisheries Division area to be more precise. And the place is all locked down. The vendors, they are in a protest action. They've locked down the entire area. So if you're trying to get ice or fish or anything inside that area, you do not have access. They are protesting. One, they claim an illegal board, and they are also saying that the fishermen and the fish vendors are not being treated properly. They're saying also that in terms of access to ice, they cannot get ice. In fact, what they're saying also is that most times, at the most, a fish vendor is allowed about 1 to 2 pails of ice. And you know that if the fish is not placed on ice, of course, it does have rippling effect and what we've been saying. So they're asking for someone to come talk to them. Otherwise, the place is going to be kept fully locked. They have some stuff across there. I'm going to see if I can speak to 1 or 2 of them there who may want to talk to us. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning. Our issue this morning, first and foremost, is to deal with the illegality of the board of directors, which was recently elected to run the affairs of the RFM. My concern is that in order to serve on the board, one needs to be a member at least 2 years. Presently, we have a board where the members were registered 2 days prior to a special meeting, which was held on the 2nd of October at Newtown, not even having their full shares being paid. But yet still, they were endorsed by the Registrar Commissioner of Cooperatives, knowing quite well that it was illegal to do so. Now we are not against any young people coming together to form a board, but it has to be done the correct way. Secondly, the future of our fucking Roseau and environs is at stake. No longer can fishermen enjoy the privileges of the Roseau Fisheries Complex given to them by the Japanese. Fishermen are restricted by the amount of ice and the time they spend at sea. When they come in at night, they have no access to anyone to put their fish inside the freezers. They are restricted with ice, not getting the amount of ice that they need to go out there to fish. Hence the reason why those in authority have been purchasing bad fish from fishermen, and customers have to return the fish to the facility, causing the company to lose much needed revenue. Thirdly, from day one, vendors are given ice free of charge to put on their fish for sale. Now they are asked to pay for the ice. Staff are being blamed and certain measures taken by board of directors simply because they have no idea as to how to run the business. For instance, someone is placed in the office and don't know as to what the job description is. When she started, she was manager. Now she tends to be administrative supervisor. She feels that she can manipulate both staff and vendors at the Roseau Fish Market, wanting to take and make decisions with no approval of the said illegal board. We would like, therefore, to see that government put a proper managerial team together in order to run the affairs of the facility. We would also like the intervention of both Ministers of Cooperatives and the Minister of Agriculture at a later date, which will be discussed.
Well, what's your name, ma'am?
I'm Miss Challenger.
Mrs. Challenger, you heard them out, and the many people listening to Q95. It seemed well orchestrated, well prepared, well put together. And they have their grievances. Like I said, the place is locked, staff outside, and no one is allowed to enter. Total blockage. I came for fish myself, and I cannot get in. There's no fish, no ice. So I'm going to be hanging around the place for a little while Matt, to see what happens and how this latest scenario unfolds.
Kalajan Baptist, how many people are involved in terms of the vendors and the fishers?
Quite a number of them. In fact, we were also told that some fisher folks from Collioure, Dubla, and the surrounding areas will be coming down to join them in solidarity with the protest action. That is what we were told also.
Well, Kalajan Baptist, I'll be, of course, trying to connect with you sometime later. But we'll be talking right now to Gordon Henderson and, of course, the staff of the NCCU here of the world. I was about to say the world.
Yes,
it's the world. She said it's the world. It's the world. Okay, it's the world. All right, okay. So I wasn't wrong all the time, huh? We're going to come back down with Ike right after this.
The stage is set for the biggest Calypso competition ever. Wednesday, November 2nd, 8:30 p.m., Paulusville, Savannah. The question is, who will dethrone the reigning champ 2015? Anton Joseph, 9 males, 1 female. John Mack, Dexter Peltier, Christopher Sylvester, Joe Dossett, Val Coffey, Charles Latham, Jude Delaney, Murphy John Jules, Kelly Williams, and Delma Daniel. 2 big shows, 1 night. Tickets only $60 in advance, 70 at the gate. VIP only easy $140. 2 big shows, 1 night. Calypso competition and band competition featuring Calypso legend Gordon Henderson. November 2nd, 2016, Paulusville, Savannah, the biggest show for the independent season.
Dominica, are you ready? Biggest show for the independent season. Let me say good morning to Canis legend Gordon Henderson. Good morning to you, Canis legend.
Wow. Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you. You're not aging at all, Gordon.
You think so?
No.
No, it's because I shaved off the hair.
Hair?
Yeah.
Was there ever hair there?
Yeah, there was a big afro at some point.
Good to have you back in Dominica.
Thanks a lot.
You ready?
I enjoyed the stage.
Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning to listeners of Q95.
Oh, what a big smile. You brought that smile for me this morning?
Yes, always. You know that.
Show us brought that smile. All right. It brings that smile. It is a pleasure to have you on board here this morning, at least for the few minutes that we have. I know you're here for this big one.
Yes.
Tomorrow night. I guess everybody's asking, what is it bringing this time? What is it that's new and different?
I wonder if people want something that is new and different, because whenever I play everywhere else, people always ask, we want the old hits.
That's true. That's true.
The old hits. This new stuff, we're not interested in that yet. Give us the old hits. So what we will do, we will mix up, we'll give you something which is unique, and I will do a little boasting that not many people can do. is to give you 40 years of hits.
40 years?
Yeah.
That's a lot of hits.
Yeah, well, I've recorded over 300 songs, so I will select probably about 15 of them and give little bits here and there because I have a limited time slot, and that's the intention. Now, the only thing is I'm going solo. And it's not Exile One, unfortunately, so we don't have the brass and the this and the that. But we're going to give you the repertoire. Fitzroy Williams will be there, as well as Cornell Phillips. Fitzroy is part of Exile One. Cornell is very often with us when we tour. So there's some authenticity in terms of the sound that will be there. But in terms of repertoire, think of it, 40 years of hits.
As I said, that's a lot of hits.
Yep. We'll try to fit as many as we can in the time. But you know, as James Brown said, if it's all night, it's all right. But I know.
Well, I can tell you something. I mean, Dominicans in particular, until the sun doesn't rise on it, they don't. It's not good yet for them, you know. So we will be going just before sunrise with the show. It will be enough time for you to go home, have breakfast, and come back for the Independence Parade. Yes.
This is a big show, Ayo.
Yes, it is. It's a very big show.
Are the artists ready?
The artists are ready last night, and Gordon had his rehearsal last night in the Fanatic Band House, and the artists had their last rehearsal last night, and it was very good. It was quite good. I was very impressed, and I think one of the things that I really like is the passion that I see with the artists. Also, there is good camaraderie. They support each other, although they say to each other, hey, I'm coming for the crown, but there's good camaraderie between them, and I really believe that adds towards the whole energy of what you will get at the show because of that good camaraderie and support I see with the artists.
Well, the bands themselves, in terms of the competition, they are ready too.
Oh yes, they are. They are ready. Everybody's ready. Are you not ready?
I am very ready for the night, November 2. Let's take a phone call here. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Good morning, Gordon.
Good morning.
You know who is that, right?
That's my flutist, my favorite flutist.
One and only, my brother. Give thanks for coming back home, my God. And I would like you to emphasize concerning the respect of other Dominican artists' music, not only Kadas. And because there's no priority given. As a matter of fact, you know, there's Hyson is here, Brian Rock is here, Peter Fingal is here, Ghana. Fingal is here, and Bird Belloni is here. All these guys were international musicians in Canada, USA, and those guys, including Free Joseph. What happens here is you have to start from scratch, no matter what you do overseas. As a matter of fact, they just told Brian Rock that. We don't know you. You are popular overseas, but we don't know you here. So we artists that come back to develop our country, we are being. By God, you know, because I spoke to you several times, and you hear me on Matt Radio.
But you know, it's always should I say a beef of our good flutists, as you call them. Yeah. You know, I was claiming or saying that these international artists who come back home may not always be recognized. But I think, you know, in time, things will happen.
Yeah, and you know, when Exile One returned to play at the first edition of the World Creole Music Festival, I noticed that there were many people that didn't know Exile One at all, and we had to remarket the thing, you know, and it took some time. It's 19 years later. When I walk in Martinique and Guadeloupe, people recognize me and call me. Many people know my name in Dominica, but many people don't know me. So it takes some time. When you're out, you're out. When you come back,
you know,
some work to do.
But that said, though, I think you're being recognized also tomorrow by the NCCU. Wadix was saying earlier that a lot of times we don't recognize the people, you know, that should be recognized. How do you feel about being recognized by the NCCU or honored?
Yeah, well, for an artist, as Free Joseph was saying, recognition is paramount, you know, because it's a very difficult job. You know, when in this era you decide to become a musician, it's a hell of a challenge. It's not because you have no other alternative. I know people that are qualified with university degrees, but they want to go after their passion and they go after it. And sometimes I notice in Dominica when people speak about the music profession, they always talk about millions. They don't talk about millions. Oh, you seem shocked, but I've heard interviews, and in most countries, people would ask, do you make a living from this? Because we know it's hard. But people always talk about millions. Or for example, when you hear that there is some court action for breach of copyright, you say, oh, those fellows running after the millions and millions. And they're not always millions. There are a few people, like in doctors or lawyers, that make millions. So I kind of respect the people who take up that challenge of jumping into music as a profession. It's not easy at all.
Where is Canada's music at this stage of our development? Because there was recent criticism, I was told that, you know, what is Canada's really doing for us or for the artists?
Well, yesterday I tried to explain at the press conference that you must watch it in a twofold type of way. There is the local cadence market, where cadence was practically dead and maintained by the Midnight Groovers because they've been consistent at it. But there's something negative about that, because most people identify cadence with the sound of the 70s, which the Midnight Groovers seem to cling to, which is not bad, because some people love Elvis Presley. So you don't have to necessarily like every strand of it. And there is another cadence market, which is in the Creole world, where people like Anthony Gossi, the late Jeff Joseph, Ophelia, Michael Henderson, and myself, we work in that market, but those in the local market don't seem to cross over. And I was saying yesterday, maybe one thing that we need to do if we really want to export is to bridge the gap. And a lot of people are not aware that our artists are active in that outside Creole market, and with all these millions of people. Some people, when I refer them to YouTube and they see tons of concerts in different countries, they wonder, well, how come they didn't know? But there's a disconnect, and we have to put that back.
All right, we're going to come back, Dominica, right after this. Right after this.
Calypso competition ever. Wednesday, November 2nd, 8:30 p.m., Paulusville, Savannah. But the question is, who will dethrone the reigning champ 2015, Anton Joseph? 9 males, 1 female. John Mack, Dexter Peltier, Christopher Sylvester, Joe Dossett, Val Coffey, Charles Latham, Jude Delaney, Murphy John Jules, Kelly Williams, and Delma Daniel. 2 big shows, 1 night. Tickets only $60 in advance, $70 at the gate. VIP only easy $140. 2 big shows, 1 night. Calypso competition and band competition featuring Calypso legend Gordon Henderson. November 2nd, 2016, Paulusville, Savannah, the biggest show for the independent season. Practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Calypso band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Pottersville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance, empty at the gate, and VIP $140 EC. Caddis Comes Alive 2016 at the Pottersville, Savannah. The biggest Caddis bands in Dominica on one stage. Dan Mitz Band featuring Caddis legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
One of my favorites from Gordon Henderson. I see two things happening here. Gordon Henderson is actually closing his eyes. I don't know why, but and the Ayo is dancing. Good morning. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, man.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tell Gordon if he can pick up voice.
If he can what?
Pick up that voice.
If he can pick up that voice. Oh, you mean your voice? Okay. You remember the voice?
It sounds like a teacher to me.
Oh, you see, Gordon remembers.
A retired teacher, that is.
Yes, Teacher Lufa, yes.
Gordon, I remember you in the days, way back in the days of What Tricks. Yes, when you were playing Canada.
Okay.
So, you are gone very, very far, and I wish you all the best, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, talk to me.
Sorry again, Gordon, I want to explain Creole stuff for me. Not explaining Creole, but if we musicians that do different types of music, born in Dominica in the Caribbean, could you explain a little bit of that for me so people realize that we have different people, different audiences, different ages that listen to different types of music? You know reggae music had take over during the 70s. You know I was in Guadeloupe too, right? Tell them I was there in the early days. Then there was a division where people started going to North America, and then Caddis started dropping because some of the guys now was going to do reggae. Please emphasize on me, please.
Oh boy. I think one of these days that Matt must invite Free to break down all this history. We haven't got a lot of time for that. But indeed I remember Free in Guadeloupe in the early days when we were looking for a path for this cadence stuff. And it's true, we have a variety of rhythms, and musicians are attracted to different forms, and everybody's right. We have a lot of musicians in Dominica who love Soulfish and Aki, and consequently reggae, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's cool.
Dominica, don't you forget, Wednesday night, November 2. Ayo, can you tell us what kind of show can we expect here?
The NCCU Calypso show.
Are we getting 3 shows in one night?
Yes, we are. That's what it is. 3 shows in one night. So the show starts off at 8:30 p.m. 8:30. We are always on time, not 1 second later. And so we are encouraging everybody to come in early. You can come in at 7 o'clock. Our gates will be open from 7. And you can come in and you can have dinner. I keep saying that. Come in and have dinner there and be there for the start of the show. We have the 11 artists who will be coming to put on a fantastic show for you. And right after the artists, we're going into the band segment of the show. And right in the middle of the band segment, we will be ringing in our 30th anniversary of independence at midnight in New Year's Eve style. We're doing the countdown and we're asking everybody to participate. So bring your flags, bring your Dominican flags to participate in the celebration. We will have a nice treat for you. DJ Flip is doing something special with us for the Independence celebration. He's a young DJ who has been doing some work with upcoming artists and doing some nouveau Kadas beats as we call them, and getting a lot more of the younger people into the Kadas Calypso music. So we brought him on board with us this year on the show. And then once we finish with the band segment, we go straight into the performance of Gordon Henderson. So it's non-stop entertainment and high quality performance and great music. It's great music.
Let's take a few phone calls before we wrap it up this morning. Guess who's next in the house? Joshua Francis is up next in the house. Let's take a few phone calls for Gordon Henderson, and we'll come back, of course. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, good morning to your, good morning, Matt, and good morning to your guest.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson, the first time I saw you perform was at the Grammar School Auditorium in a band called Voltage 4. Can you tell me who the members and what part did they play in the development of Kadas in Dominica? Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Well,
Voltage 4, as the name implies, or indicates.
We were four. There was Oliver Cruikshank, the late, who was also the drummer of Exile 1. There was Anaison Rabes, who is very much involved in tourism. And he had an enormous afro at the time. He was on bass guitar. There was Patrice on the other guitar. We were a quartet of four, yeah. And in those days I sang and played keyboards. We were not involved in any Kadas Calypso at the time, because it's a long story, but we were very much influenced by a group from New Orleans called the Meters and another quartet called Booker T and the MGs. So we played that kind of music, soul music. We hadn't found our way, our musical identity as yet. We were just tapping around then.
All right. As I said, 2 more phone calls, and then we'll give away 2 tickets. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Pelter, blessings to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Blessings to the gentle lady that is there, and the, how you call him, the legend of Kadas?
The legend of Kadas, yes.
All right, let me welcome the brethren back home. Gordon, blessings to you, sir.
Well, Mr. Tyrone Anthony, it's a pleasure to hear you.
I give thanks to you, sir. Blessings to you. Welcome home. 2 things. Let me just congratulate you for your great achievement and contribution to culture, music, the arts, and all of that. But and my favorite song I've always said, while I love mostly all your songs, but the one is Fresh, that is its name, called Paplamos. That is my favorite. Every time I hear that, I can just go to sleep on that song because it is so soothing, just like the Paplamos. But you take note of Jeff Joe, and I think you're a genius. And I think that the 3rd time or the 2nd time I heard Matt telling that to you, in you not aging. And I think you're a genius. Any man that can take his health and into perspective, apart from his achievement and his engagement or ambition, and make sure he does not be consumed by what he engaged in, where money and punctuality or regularity is concerned. You want to be everywhere, and you're not ubiquitous. You can't be everywhere at the same time. And I think that is what that may have preserved you, why you still can look as young as you look in, my brother. Have a blessed day, and I wish you all the best. Guidance.
All right, let's take another phone call. Hello.
A blessed day to you, Gordon, the rest of the public. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to a great show. You can't skip for good man down, who you are blessed. No man please. Gordon, thank you. Bless.
All right, let's take a final phone call. For Gordon Henderson, I will take phone calls for a ticket or 2, Ayo, for the big one. Yes. Hello. Yes.
Gordon Henderson, sac passé. Quand fait Bougla?
Voilà, ma boule. You know, my police, I'm okay.
Okay.
Not I'm drunk.
Hello? Oh, the person is gone. Hello?
It shocks me mad that people don't ask Gordon. Musicians should be calling. I hope Gordon could emphasize on that because
but because Free, I'll tell you what, we're concentrating on this big show coming up on Wednesday. Don't want to set you aside there, but I want to concentrate a lot on the big one happening there on Wednesday night. Maybe we'll bring Gordon back sometime and talk about all your achievements or non-achievements, but we'll bring you back sometime Free and talk about this. But for now, the focus is the Calypso competition. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, New York.
Yes, good morning, New York.
Hey, good morning on the I-95, listening to you guys. Good morning, Mr. G. This is your buddy. Just called to wish you a successful performance, and I hope common sense will prevail that we will see Gordon on the World Creole Music Festival stage soon. Have a good day, friends. Good interview. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Ayo, the tickets.
Yes, so Gordon and I decided that we want people to sing this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
So pick a song, quick.
Well, we've been playing Rosita, so
all right.
Pretty easy song.
All right. So
we're gonna try 3, and we'll select the best one. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You want to sing Rosita?
Yes.
All right. Let's go. Hold on. After 3, you'll go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oi, Rosita. Bagay sa lasa, kikapirang bagay sa Rosita. Oi, Rosita.
All right. Give me a number. Give me a number. Give me a number.
Yes, 2450835.
245 0835. Okay, that's singer number 1. Let's go with the other singer this morning. 4493095. A ticket to the Calypso competition. People calling me on my cell phone. I can't take calls on my cell phone this morning. Hello.
You tweeted moi plus mauvais qu'un chien.
We're looking for the song Rosita.
Excuse me?
We're looking for the song Rosita.
Okay.
All right, so you'll have to call me back, huh? We have more. Oh boy, a lot of singers this morning, huh? 4493095. Hello.
Rosita, yo te quiero, señorita. Why, Rosita?
All right, can I have your number, please? Hello. Oh boy, she left and she didn't tell me.
She's quite a good singer.
She was, I imagine. Let's take a final phone call on this one. Hello.
Oh, Rosita. Mataka kopon, tibaga you fe mala Rosita. Oh, Rosita. You took hero, señorita.
All right, I'm gonna be the judge on this one. I think I'm giving you the ticket, huh? What's your name?
Raymond John Baptist.
You guys, you agree, right? Yeah. Raymond John Baptist. How come he get in touch with you?
Come NCCU, and he could go to myself or Marcel Harrigan, Ayo Andrew or Marcel Harrigan. I just come with a piece of ID.
Okay.
So that's your name again?
NCCU.
Yeah. What's your name?
Raymond John Baptist.
Raymond John Baptist. Okay. Thank you very much, Ayo. We're gonna go for a second song.
Yes.
What's the other song?
Yes.
Somebody set the pace up.
Okay. No travail pour. We're gonna go with that song. So if you are the best singer or the person who handles the sound the best, then you get the ticket yourself. Okay. So let's go. No travail pour. Yeah. All right. 4493095, 4493096, and 4493097. Okay, so these are the numbers. All you have to do is to call, and you win yourself a ticket if we suspect you're handling the song. Hello, talk to me.
bat nous, yo maltraité nous. Lundi, pour rien. Dimanche, pour rien.
That's it? I think I know that voice and that number. Hello, talk to me.
Mon travail, pour rien. Yo maltraité moi, yo exploité moi. Mon travail.
All right, let me see if I can give you a little rhythm on that song, okay? A little rhythm. You get it now?
C'était en carapène de nous bien chaînés à nos petits bateaux. Jouer nuit, nous coincer, nous bien bateaux. Pas de question de revoir Afrique encore. Nous en captivité, ça pas qu'à faire fort. Nous débarquer à dans un pays qui n'est soleil. C'est un peu comme chez nous, mais c'est pas pareil.
All right, that's it, okay? So we're going to take a phone call, and Randy says hi to you, Randy.
Okay.
Randy.
I love to Randy.
And of course, Pato says she's been waiting for you since before the festival. Pato, next to the cemetery.
I can't forget Pato under the cemetery.
Yeah, man. All right, hello.
Pour que mon yo van, mais moi, moi travail. Mon travail. Thank you.
What's your take on that one?
She was good.
Yeah. She was good.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
But did we get her number?
She's still on the line. Are you there? 448 448 0 0. Repeat again. 448 0475. Okay. Thank you very much. Who's it going to be, Ayo? We'll take one more, Ayo says. Hello, talk to me. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. I am hardly hearing what you say, my brother. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning.
Yes.
What's up?
Good.
Okay. Mon travail pour rien. Yo traité moi puis mon puis un chien. Mon travail pour rien. Pour que mon yo van mama moi.
Okay, let's take one final phone call, Ayo, because we don't have too much time. Hello.
Yeah, this is Mary Sylvester. I'm just calling to say hello to Gordon. Can't sing so good as Gordon, but I think he knows who I am.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Oh boy, we have to wrap it up at this time because of course, time limitations. Go ahead. Which one?
Well, I think the lady did.
448 0475.
Yes, so we'll give her a call.
We'll give her a call. All right. Thank you very much. Gordon, let's have your final words, your parting words, and you'll be back sometime.
Yeah, well, come over tomorrow evening. It's going to be a ball. We've been in festival mode. We'll wind it up tomorrow evening, and there's something special. We're going to move into Independence Day.
Yes.
This is something significant. We should all be there in one place.
And that's at the Pottersville Savannah. Are you from 7?
Yeah, you can come in from 7.
Yeah,
come early.
Come have fun.
And I just want to remind patrons. Last year we went electronic. We are upgrading. NCC are very looking at improving the show. We moved to the Pottersville Savannah to better accommodate patrons coming in. So all our tickets are electronic. We have our partner TicketPal. Caribbean, who have been working with us very well, Orlando Newton, and we greatly appreciate that in upgrading our system of processing. You can get tickets online if you still haven't done so, www.ticketpal.com. You can purchase your tickets online. and at the NCCU branches as well. At the gate, it will be more. It will be $70, and all tickets, we will be scanning tickets upon entry. Everything will be set up in a good order. So we're just asking patrons, the earlier you come, the better for you. Big the rush. Come at 7.
I'll see you there.
One love, bro.
All right, take care now. Next, Dominica, I know you've been waiting.
Tuesday, November 1. Roseau South MP Joshua Francis speaks. Are you prepared, Joshua, to speak on all the issues that people are waiting on you to speak about?
But I'm prepared to speak on any issue in the interest of the people. I have a moral, legal, and political responsibility to speak on behalf of the people of the Roseau South constituency, and by extension the people of Dominica, particularly the marginalized, the weak, and the poor.
Tuesday, November 1, on the hot seat. You don't want to miss it. Set for the biggest Calypso competition ever. Wednesday, November 2nd, 8:30 p.m., Paulusville, Savannah. But the question is, who will dethrone the reigning champ 2015? Anton Joseph, 9 males, 1 female. John Mack, Dexter Peltier, Christopher Sylvester, Joe Dossett, Val Coffey, Charles Latham, Jude Delaney, Murphy John Jules, Kelly Williams, and Delma Daniel. 2 big shows, 1 night. Tickets only $60 in advance, $70 at the gate. VIP only easy $140. 2 big shows, 1 night. Calypso competition and band competition featuring Calypso legend Gordon Henderson. November 2nd, 2016, Paulusville, Savannah, the biggest show for the independent season. Practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Calypso band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Paulusville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance, $70 at the gate, and VIP $140 EC. Calypso comes alive 2016 at the Paulusville, Savannah. The biggest Calypso bands in Dominica on one stage. And Miss Band featuring Calypso legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
The Marigot Development Corporation presents the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Bag. Come to the Marigot Basketball Hardcore at Ways, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to November 4th, 10 a.m. On the lineup on the bandstand on that night. Come here, Marigot's Booyah Prince Inches, Soul Boost, King Caressa. From Grand Fall with Love, the Virtual Band. WCK, Triple K and Ace of Python. Your DJs for the night include Versatile DJ A-Star, Danger Dane and DJ Spawner. MC by Mr. Versatile. Sound and Lights Club DVD Sound. Price $30 Sponsored by Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Agents for Heineken Beer, Coca-Cola, Red Stripe Beer, Papito Water and Dragon Stout. Archipelago Trading, Country Style Bread, Q95, Fine Foods Inc., Digicel Play and Stuco Construction Limited. Marigot, Thursday, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to Friday, November 4th, 10 a.m. It's the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Special. In water. You don't want to miss it. Marigot, November 3rd, 10 p.m. till.
Tuesday, November 1. Roseau South MP Joshua Francis speaks. Are you prepared, Joshua, to speak on all the issues that people are waiting on you to speak about?
But I'm prepared to speak on any issue in the interest of the people. I have a moral, legal, and political responsibility to speak on behalf of the people of the Roseau South constituency, and by extension the people of Dominica, particularly the marginalized, the weak, and the poor.
Tuesday, November 1, on the hot seat. You don't want to miss it.
Well, Dominica, it's Tuesday, November 1. The only request that Mr. Francis has made of me this morning is this.
Chosen generation, all for to show you all I require for life, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation, all for to show you all I require for life, God has given me.
This is the hot set.
How many of you are chosen generation? We are a chosen generation.
With me for the next few minutes. Joshua Francis, the MP for the Roseau South constituency. We have not heard his voice on this radio for some time now. I imagine that you would agree that it has been a very challenging few months for Mr. Joshua Francis. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to all the listeners here and abroad.
It is a pleasure.
To the people of the Roseau South constituency.
It is a pleasure, Joshua Francis.
It's a pleasure as well, Matt.
A very challenging few months for you.
I would say so.
You would say so.
Yes.
I suspect we may have to change the mic sound to hear every word. Can you just shift to this one here so we can hear your every word? All right, let's ask the question again, Joshua. Very challenging for you the past few months?
Yes, Matt, you could say that.
I could say that. What made it so challenging?
Well, Matt, I mean, it speaks for itself. I did not go into what is challenging. I think that is common sense.
Of course, at some point, many thought that you had given up.
Well, Matt, before I proceed, let me just take this opportunity to say happy independence to Dominica, special happy independence to the people of the Roseau South constituency, and greetings to my wife and my family. I must say before I proceed, I have to register and punctuate the point that I'm very grateful to my wife and my family, all my supporters, those who have been praying, those who have been supporting, and those who have been dissenting as well, because it's through the support, it's through the dissent that I have been molded into who I am today, a better person.
Joshua, as you said, and of course we spoke about that before, that you can get into the details of this incident, if you will, and I would like you to explain to your listeners why.
Well, Matt, I'm an officer of the court, and as a lawyer, I should know better than the ordinary or average Dominican as far as discussing a matter which is before the court. A matter which is before the court is sub judice, and as such, we are not supposed to discuss it. Consequently, I'm not in a position to discuss the matter which is before the court. It is subject to a judicial process, and at the end of the day, the court will make its determination. What I can tell Dominica is that I will be vindicated and I will be fine.
You feel confident about that?
I'm very confident. I was always confident.
Okay. What is your relationship, Joshua, with the Opposition United Workers' Party?
Well, Matt, again, I cannot go in details with my relationship with the United Workers' Party, except to say that I have a good relationship with the party.
At this stage, you still have a...
That is correct. I have placed on public record incessantly that Joshua Francis is a member of the United Workers' Party. I have been resolute. Some persons, of course, have had certain misconstructions, some perceived interpretation or misinterpretations of my actions and inactions, and have made certain wrong conclusions. But I want to place it on public record again that I continue to be a member of the United Workers' Party.
Let's go back a few months, Joshua, when you were removed as a deputy leader. Did you or do you regret ever going to that meeting?
No, Matt. I went there with good intentions. I went there basically to inform the delegates that I was a member and I continue to be a member of the United Workers' Party. And in spite of certain public remarks which were made, I went there to inform that I was putting that behind me and prepared to move on in the interest of Dominica. Because, Matt, that's what I'm about. I entered politics to make a contribution for the betterment of lives. And I continue to serve that purpose.
Would you say that that sort of put a strain on the relationship with you and the party?
Well, Matt, conflict is positive. Persons must not be afraid of conflict. Conflict creates opportunities, and with opportunities it creates growth. And within every organization there must be some form of conflict. You don't create it, it will come inevitably. What separates the wise from the unwise is that the wise does self-analysis and introspection. Look at the situation, look at the goods, and look for the positives and grow out of it to be better. And that is how I take it. So I have no regrets.
You have no regrets?
Not at all.
All right, Dominica, again, we're speaking with the Roseau South MP there. And, you know, I'll open up the lines a little later down in the program to allow you, as, you know, the listener, to... I know you have all the questions that you have, but we'll continue, of course, with Mr. Joshua at this time. Joshua, what is your relationship? You said that you had a good relationship with the United Workers' Party as a party. What about its leader, Mr. Lennox Linton?
The same goes for the leader of the party. I have respect for the leader of the party, and I would say have a good relationship with him.
Good relationship meaning what? That you're on talking terms?
Of course, Matt. Matt, I was never the type of person to hold people on heart. I do not know of anybody in Dominica that I'm not prepared to speak with. From since I was a child, my grandmother taught me to be good to people, to respect people, and to love people. And that is how I was raised. It comes easy for me to forgive, easy for me to love, and easy for me to care about others. I don't hold a record of wrong in my heart. I don't keep grudges. And I have absolutely no difficulty in talking to anybody, far less the leader of the United Workers' Party.
A lot of talk that during all of this, you know, stories going around for the past few months that Joshua have been talking to the Labour Party, the Dominican Labour Party, and its leadership in terms of crossing the floor? Have you been having talks at all?
Again, Matt, this is a country that is, I would say, packed with a lot of speculations, and that is just one of them. Members of the Labour Party are human beings. They are Dominicans. Some of them I know before I got involved in politics. I went to school with some of them. So not because I share different political philosophy from members of the Dominican Labour Party that I'm going to be angry at them or not talk to them. As far as discussions about crossing the floor is concerned, I have placed it on public record repeatedly that Joshua Francis is not interested in crossing any floor. I was elected on a United Workers Party ticket. If the people of the Roseau constituency were to come to Joshua Francis to say that they would want him to cross, then that is something I would consider. But at this hour, persons of the Roseau constituency did not and have not expressed such interest.
But the Labour Party has expressed some.
Well, Matt, of course, you would have the Labour Party have an interest. This is a political arena, and you're looking at political positioning. And it's natural and normal for parties to go through certain consultations and discussions with members from the other side to see where they can fit themselves for their advantage.
At any time, Joshua Francis, did you feel that you were thrown under the bus by the United Workers Party?
Well, Matt, again, as I said, I'm not really too interested in going in details of those things. I have a philosophy, Matt. The philosophy is simple. The things of yesterday are of the past. Joshua Francis is not stuck in the past. I think forward, I think futuristic, and right now I'm in a position to execute my vision today and to shape tomorrow, and that's what I'm interested in.
Joshua, the question still remains because people are saying that when a lot of the top leadership of the United Workers Party tried to reach out, you were somewhat should I say shy, or you rejected those approaches?
Matt, that is not completely true. First of all, people must understand that any subject or person who is going through an emotional situation will not necessarily be the same person. And therefore, those of us who are more tactful and prudent would realign our approach towards that person. You don't expect someone who's going through a dark hour to behave the same. You have to understand the psychology and the attitude of that person, and then to approach the person properly. But again, Matt, that is behind me. I simply want to say that all of us at some point will go through trials and tribulations. People go through financial trials, some people go through health trials, some people go through legal trials. None of us are exempt. As I said earlier, what separates the wise from the unwise is that the wise takes the opportunity to build himself, to look for the positives, and to grow out of his or her trial as a better person. You do not want to go through the dark, and when the light comes, you cannot enjoy it. When you're going through the dark, you have to allow your trial to influence your character, shape your character, and with your character, you then can give yourself hope and give others hope. And as a politician, that's what I'm about. I believe that the darkest hours over the past few months basically have molded me into a person who is better equipped to serve the people of the Roseau constituency.
Why did it take you so long?
Well, again, Matt, as I said, you have to do self-analysis. You have to take some time off to do a proper assessment of where you are, what has happened, how it happened, filter things out, distill the situation. And in doing so, you then realize there may be certain missteps, or there were certain missteps. So then you realign yourself to do things better. Ultimately, there is a Chinese saying that goes, the strongest steel is subject to the hottest fire. And that's why I have absolutely no regret about what has happened. I have had trials in my life in the past. And unlike some persons who pack up and run into a cave, I stand up to my trial. I look at it, I analyze it, I extract the positives, and I move on. And in the process, it makes me a better person. Because when you pray for wisdom and pray for perseverance, it's not just going to fall from heaven and enter you. You are going to go through the fire. And in going through the fire, you learn, you develop yourself. Fire does two things, Matt. It either melts you away, or it builds you, strengthens you, it molds you. And I take my fire as something which has molded me into a better person. It has pruned me. It has equipped me and provided the mechanical qualities which is required for leadership. at the highest level.
All right, we're going to come back, take a break. When we come back, we'll ask Joshua Francis, why did he not show in the previous sittings of Parliament? We'll come back after this. An exclusive of the Hot Set, right on cue.
Chosen generation, we've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation, we've been called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, for I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am.
The Marigot Development Corporation presents the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Fest. To the Marigot Basketball Half Court at West, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to November 4th, 10 a.m. On the lineup on the bandstand on that night. Yeah, Marigot's Booyah Prince Inches, Soul Food's King Caressa, from Grand Fall with Love, the virtual band, WCK, Triple K and Ace of Python. Your DJs for the night include versatile DJ A-Star, Danger Dane and DJ Spawner, MC by Mr. Versatile, Sound and Lights Club DVD Sound, price $30 easy. Sponsored by Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, agents for Heineken Beer, Coca-Cola, Red Stripe Beer, Popito Water and Dragon Stout, Archipelago Trading, Country Style Bread, Q95, Fine Foods Inc., Digicel Play and Stuco Construction Limited. Marigot, Thursday, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to Friday, November 4th, 10 a.m. It's the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Fest. Order in, what's up? You don't want to miss it. Marigot, November 3rd, 10 p.m. till.
All right, we're back here with Joshua Francis. Joshua Francis, a few sessions of Parliament, we did not see you appear. What was wrong? Or why did you not?
As I said earlier, during that period of time, I had to do some introspection, some self-analysis. I had to determine whether I should continue or discontinue with the process. After all, I'm human. I'm in a situation, I have to contemplate the way forward. I have to think of my family. I have to think of the views or consider the views of my family, particularly my wife. So in the process, I stopped and looked at the situation. Ultimately, I decided to continue.
What's of your future with the United Workers' Party, or where would you want to see the party that you now belong to move?
Well, Matt, the party has a vision for Dominica. The party is interested in making life better. At the last election, the party had the theme that it was interested in making Dominica the best place to live, the best place to work, and the best place to enjoy. That has not changed. And I'm happy to be part of a team which has that type of interest, because that's what I am about. And that is why I am prepared to continue to work with the United Workers' Party, because that political philosophy is consistent with mine. As I have said, and I continue to say, I am in politics basically to make life better for people, to help persons to meet their basic needs, to help persons to be able to pay their bills, pay their mortgages, send their children to school, pay their health expenses, have facilities, public facilities such as recreational centers, community centers, playing fields, basketball courts, tennis courts, swimming facilities, having money in their pockets to take a trip. For example, right now we have independent activities. Some persons can afford to go to a show and some can't. Joshua Francis is about helping persons to have that privilege to go wherever they want, to be able to pay their expenses without having to call a neighbor.
9:39. Somebody was on the telephone. I'm going to allow for a few phone calls at this time. I'll come back with Joshua. Hello.
morning, Matt.
Yes.
And morning to Mr. Joshua.
Uh-huh.
Matt, people must analyze his words, because words have power. But, you know, that wasn't the first word he said long ago. Now he come a different technique.
What's the technique?
He knows, right?
No, but you think that you know, so tell me what it is. Hello, talk to me. Hello? Nobody there. Hello?
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, how are you?
Not bad at all, and good morning to Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Mark, we're keeping it real positive this morning, and what I believe is that, and I heard Mr. Francis earlier on, and I want to tell him that not because somebody has an opposing view that he or she is against him, but let me just say, the kind of work I know Mr. Francis has been involved with respect to, even I based my argument on humanitarian work. This man was out of state after Storm Erica, and kind of coordination between he and his constituents, and what he has done with respect to remembering his constituents and having things available to them. I really give him an A+ for that. And trust me, he's that man, I believe, that is true in his heart. I always said before, when you all were bringing him up in the public, that I said, but give him some time, let him renew himself, let him redeem, let him reflect. And today we see in the man, we know who he is. And I don't want to applaud him for that full recovery. Everything's not over yet, but at least he is out. And we have to respect his views, and I want that he himself respect the views of others. And let us move on. So I just want to congratulate you on the work that you're doing, and let Mr. Francis rest assured that, we remember his prayers, his family, and everything, and let's continue moving on. He's a young man, he has potential, he has a lot ahead of him. We support him. Good morning, and thanks for the opportunity.
All right, let's move on again. Hello, talk to me. Hello.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Mr. Francis. I congratulate you for the way in which you answer your question this morning. You come there to talk about things. You don't come there to destroy the United Workers' Party. And keep on doing your good work. We all welcome you back. Bye.
Thank you very much. Hello. Morning to you, yes.
I just noticed that Mr. Francis said he's still a member of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how does he feel that the party's general body feels towards him?
It's a question for you, Joshua.
But Matt, I cannot answer that question. You understand? Not in the minds of other members of the party.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, I focus on how I treat people as opposed to the way people treat me. I take a scripture from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, where Jesus said to the apostles that on that great day there are those who will be sitting on his left hand side, on his right hand side. He said those on his right hand side are those who would have fed him, clothed him, dressed him, etc., etc. And they would ask, but Master, when we did those things unto you? And he said, well, when you did it to the least of the brethren, you did it unto me. Which essentially is saying that our focus should be on how we treat people and less on how people treat us. And that is how I live my life. I focus more on how I treat people and much less on how people treat me.
Hello, another question here. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to Joshua.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to hear you, and especially we from the Kalinago territory, we have always been there with you in spirit, even though you don't see us all the time, and we know you've been through many things. But we must remember the resilience of our people. The Kalinago people being the First Nations people, and what a time to speak today. Independence. Over Columbus's arrival in Dominica, the resistance put up by the Kalinago people fighting for this country. I want to say to you, keep on fighting, be strong, and be of good faith. You'll get there. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Matt, if I'm allowed, that caller from the Kalinago territory, she just called and made a very important point. I suppose you know that my mother is Kalinago, and I have the Kalinago people at heart. The Kalinago people are subject to a number of social and economic issues. And whenever I stand publicly to fight for my people of the Roseau South constituency, not too far away, I have the Kalinago people at heart. Because being close to my mother and appreciating my mother for who she is, and appreciating my grandmother or my grandparents generally, my fight is to stand up for what they believed in. And that basically is to make life better for the people.
Another question here. The people wants to ask. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you.
Yes, and let me say good morning to Mr. Joshua Francis.
Good morning, sir.
Matt, there's something that Joshua said, earlier when he was making his, kind of the preamble sort of like.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he's not a guy who likes to dwell in the past. He likes to move on. Something happened, you deal with it, you take as much time as you want, sit down and you analyze it and get things, and then you move on from there. I am kind of that same way too. So I know he may have misread a statement that I had made in the past, in the early stages. But I want to tell him that I really miss the focus on the economy. I think Joshua is a brilliant guy. I used to really enjoy. I used to drink coffee just so that I could stay up to listen to Joshua's program. It used to come on at 10 o'clock at night, Focus on the Economy. I thought it was a wonderful program, and Joshua, well, we all know he's a brilliant guy, has a lot to offer. And I want to ask him if we might see Focus on the Economy back on again. Good luck, my brother, in what you do, and good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, caller. I appreciate your support. As far as whether I'll be back on Focus on the Economy, that is not solely my decision. That has to be determined by my co-partner, Dr. Fountain, and of course, special permission from the administrator of this radio station.
All right, let's go. Hello.
Yeah, it's a good program.
Thank you.
But the gentleman should read the Christian Killer and Perfumer case, because ethics in politics is important. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hello.
Well, Mr. Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yesterday when I was authorizing Mr. Joshua to talk, I still wholly waiting for that time. And I really appreciate what Mr. Joshua said. I feel myself strong again. I was very weak, and when I heard Joshua, it wasn't a problem. I had to congratulate him. And when I heard that you have to pass in fire to be what you have to be, a leader have to be a leader. And I appreciate him. I can keep it strong. We all with him. We pray for him. And I feel myself stronger. Joshua, congratulations to you. And I love you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, caller. I love you too.
Joshua, at any time did you feel like you had to step down from this?
Yes, Matt. Matt, politics for me is not about gaining. Politics for me is about giving. And when that matter came up, the matter, I had to ask myself a question as to whether I want to continue to give. Because I'm human. I'm flesh and blood. In as much as I have walked many rough paths, in as much as I've had to climb many mountains and swim many oceans, at the end of the day, I have a heart like everybody else. And based on what was happening and what happened around me, I got to a point where I felt probably it's not worth it. But I thought of the purpose with which I entered politics. And I felt that the purpose is bigger than my trial. Furthermore, I got involved in politics for a cause. And the cause is bigger than me. I will come and go, and the rivers will continue to flow into the ocean. There is a group of young persons growing up, and I want to know that I would have made a contribution to create a better life, a better country, and a better future for them. So taking into consideration the purpose and the cause, I said to myself, I'm in the political arena for a reason, and that purpose has not been satisfied. So I have to continue. Of course, I had to consider the views of those closest to me, my wife, my in-laws, my parents, friends, acquaintances, and supporters. Some would say, Joshua, you need to discontinue. Some would say, Joshua, you must continue. But that decision eventually was left to me, and I decided I'm going to continue.
All right. Hello, on the telephone.
This is from Roseau south of Roseau.
Yeah.
Greetings to Mr. Joshua Francis. This is Free Joseph. He never really disappeared. He's wrong, but the words that I think he forgot to use was healing time. You heal yourself and you get stronger. And there's a lot of work to be done, but we're going to make Lubia a second tongue also, and next to Roseau, a special tongue. There's a lot of potential. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for being strong, and keep doing what you're doing with there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move on here. More telephone calls, yes.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Francis.
Hello.
Good morning to you, Matt. Mr. Francis, I'm happy, very, very happy to hear you this morning. I want to give you the encouragement that since the Lord is with you, nobody can be against you. Keep your head up high, and your supporters are with you. We are with the United Workers' Party, and we are with you. And that is from Silver Lake. Good morning and have a blessed day.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
morning to
Did
Silver Lake.
Did you at any time think that your supporters had given up on you?
No, Matt. My supporters believe in me and I believe in them. Of course, there were a few supporters who were emotional, and that's natural and that's reasonable. Some disappointments were not out of malice, but out of hurt. And I continued to talk to the people. I quietly stuck with them, and they stuck with me. And we are here where we are today.
Hello, on the telephone, on overseas call. Hello.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning to Honorable Joshua Francis.
Hi, good morning.
I must just say, it takes a lot of sacrifice to be enter into politics, especially on the opposition side. And I want to really thank Mr. Joshua for taking all the challenges and coming back ready to serve the people of Dominica. Because, as he said, that the future generation, the present generation of Dominica, has no future in the country. Nothing is being done to create a future for them. And it takes people like Mr. Joshua Francis and others to really bring out the potential of this country that will help Dominicans, especially the brighter, hard-working ones, to remain in the country. Because, as you can see, all our people now are just finding a way to get out. So thank you very much, and you have my full support. My house is in Newtown, and when I return, I'll be your constituent. So I can tell you that I will be working closely with you to make sure we achieve that dream of making Dominica a better place for the future generation.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate it.
All right, let's move on then. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm Mark. I would like to tell Joshua Francis, no matter what, thick and thin, we are there with him 100%. Near Louvier.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Hello, talk to me. A lot of phone calls this morning, boy. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
Good morning to Mr. Francis.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Mr. Francis, I would like to ask you, since the incident, have you been invited to executive meetings of the opposition members, and have you attended?
Question to you.
Matt, again, these are internal matters, but in the interest of the public, because there are a lot of speculations. After the Mao incident, I did inform the United Workers Party executive that I was going on political sabbatical.
Okay.
And
so you were taking a break?
Matt, I needed a break. As I said, I'm human. I think sometimes people are insensitive. They see a politician as a piece of metal. A politician has blood running through his system. Especially in my situation, I can speak for myself. Matt, I have a wife and I have 2 children. And I had to consider not just my own interest in politics. I also have to take into account what my wife thinks, what my parents thinks, what my in-laws thinks, and what my friends think, you know. So I just want to erase the perception that I was being invited and I kept running away. I did inform the United Workers Party executive that I was going to take a break.
All right. It's 9:53.
Hello?
Yes.
I just want to say we support Joshua Francis. 100%.
Thank you very much. More phone calls. Of course, I'm allowing the people out there who've had all their questions to ask their questions themselves. Hello.
Gentlemen, good morning. Mr. Francis, thank you very much for having a positive attitude, for standing up for your people, and then God has never forsaken you. No man is an island. You are not alone. We are standing full force with you. Congratulations. Thanks for articulating the way you did this morning by standing by your principle. God bless you and continue the good work.
All right, we'll take 2 final phone calls here for the time being, and then we'll, of course, move on. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, Newtown, Montego Sesame, we are all with Joshua Francis. Thank you. This is Kenrick.
All right, Kenrick, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Kenrick.
Thank you. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Ronald Charles here. Again, I just want to continuously say that this is one of the gentlemen that I have always believed in and I continue to believe in. And I knew that Joshua, when he did his introspect, would have been back of the people, because since I knew Joshua, since our school days in community high school, university and all that, I know this is a man that loves people. And I know that whatever he has been going through and so forth, he will always come back to the people and the answers will come clear and clean. And I also, listening to Joseph this morning, one must admit there is a sense of hope, there is a sense of strength. And again, I just want to tell him to continue to just be who he is. And I know for sure that he is going to make a difference in the political arena, and it's just a matter of time.
Thank you. Hello.
Morning, Mr. Joshua Francis. I must thank you and compliment you for taking this time you took there this morning for being on the radio. Have a blessed morning. Bye-bye.
Have a blessed morning too. Hello.
Joshua all the way.
Yes. Oh, that's all you wanted to say, Joshua all the way. Okay, 9:55.
Again, Mr. Is it?
Yes, go ahead.
Again, Mr. Francis, I'll tell you, the opposition needs you now, especially your leader. He's under great trouble, difficulties, and he needs you and everyone to stick by him so that the United Workers' Party can get through what they want to. Bye.
Thank you. We're taking a break and we'll come back. The stage is set for the biggest Kada Calypso competition ever. Wednesday, November 2nd, 8:30 p.m., Portersville, Savannah. Well, the question is, who will dethrone the reigning champ 2015, Anton Joseph? 9 males, 1 female. John Mack, Dexter Peltier, Christopher Sylvester, Joe Dossett, Val Coffey, Charles Latham, Jude Delaney, Murphy John Jules, Kelly Williams, and Delma Daniel. 2 big shows, 1 night. Tickets only $60 in advance. Senti at the gate. VIP only easy $140. 2 big shows, 1 night. Kada's Calypso competition and band competition featuring Kada's legend Gordon Henderson. November 2nd, 2016, Portersville, Savannah, the biggest show for the independent season. The practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Kada's band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Portersville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance. Senti at the gate and VIP $140 easy. Kada's comes alive 2016 at the Portersville, Savannah. The biggest Kada's bands in Dominica on one stage. Dan Miss Band featuring Kada's legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
The Mariga Development Corporation presents the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Fest. Come to the Mariga Basketball Hardcourt at Ways, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to November 4th, 10 a.m. On the lineup on the bandstand on that night. Come here, Mariga's Booyah Prince Inches, Soul Food's King Caressa. From Grand Fall with Love, the Virtual Band. WCK, Triple K and Ace of Python. Your DJs for the night include Versatile DJ A-Star, Danger Dane and DJ Spawner. MC by Mr. Versatile. Sound and Lights Club DVD Sound. Price $30 EC. Sponsored by Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Agents for Heineken Beer, Coca-Cola, Red Stripe Beer, Papito Water and Dragon Stout. Archipelago Trading, Country Style Bread, Q95, Fine Foods Inc., Digicel Play and Stuco Construction Limited. Mariga, Thursday, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to Friday, November 4th, 10 a.m. It's the Red Stripe Beer, Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Special. Order in water. You don't want to miss it. Mariga, November 3rd, 10 p.m. till
Tuesday, November 1. Roseau South MP Joshua Francis speaks. Are you prepared, Joshua, to speak on all the issues that people are waiting on you to speak about?
But I'm prepared to speak on any issue in the interest of the people. I have a moral, legal, and political responsibility to speak on behalf of the people of the Roseau South constituency and by extension the people of Dominica, particularly the marginalized, the weak, and the poor.
Tuesday, November 1, on the hot set. You don't want to miss it.
The Marigot Development Corporation presents the Red Stripe Beer Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Fest. Come to the Marigot Basketball Hardcore at Ways, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to November 4th, 10 a.m. On the lineup on the bandstand on that night. Come here, Marigot's Booyah Prince Inches, Soulfoo's King Caressa, from Grand Fall with Love, the Virtual Band, WK, Triple K, and Ace of Banton. Your DJs for the night include versatile DJ A-Star, Danger Dane, and DJ Spawner. MC by Mr. Versatile. Sound and Lights Club DVD Sound. Price $30 EC. Sponsored by Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Agents for Heineken Beer, Coca-Cola, Red Stripe Beer, Papito Water, and Dragon Stout. Archipelago Trading, Country Style Bread, Q95, Fine Foods Inc., Digicel Play, and Stuco Construction Limited. Marigot, Thursday, November 3rd, 10 p.m. to Friday, November 4th, 10 a.m. It's the Red Stripe Beer Breadfruit and Something Breakfast Fest. Hold up, hey, what's up? You don't want to miss it. Marigot, November 3rd, 10 p.m. till.
All right.
Good morning and welcome to Q95's morning news update for today, Tuesday, November 1st, 2016. Brought to you compliments Dominica Brewery and Beverages Limited and NCCU Limited.
The practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Caddis band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Pottersville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance. $70 at the gate. And VIP $140 EC. Caddis comes alive 2016 at the Pottersville, Savannah. The biggest Caddis bands in Dominica on one stage. And Miss Band featuring Caddis legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
The Point Michelle Development Committee Inc. presents Fête La Pointe Volume 5, November 3rd to November 5th. 3 nights of epic entertainment from 4 p.m. till at the Point Michelle Boulevard. Night 1, November 3rd, dynamic dancers, high rollers, JD Chinaman Hunter, King Dice, Roy Rhythms, the T-Orchestra, Michael Anderson, the Big Band, the Domino Sicky. Night 2, November 4, LLO Free Mike Signal Band, Ultrasound Fire Bright, the Simba Orchestra Ecstasy Band, and the Triple K Global. Night 3, November 5, Legend Night featuring Shelly H, Tim, Ted, Charge, Lugas, the Swinging Stars, First Serenade, Esa Banton, and live out of Guada, Eddie. Entrance only $10 nightly. Panels include the Government of Dominica, Honorable Dennis Charles, Petro Caribbean, Dominica Lotteries Commission, Tom Lake, 8 Bank, Starren and Son, Superior Construction, Carib Sand and Stones, Dominica National Petroleum Company Limited, DASPA, AC Shillingford, Kubali Heineken, Pro, Montreal Management Consultant Limited, DBS Radio, Cairo FM, Gator Sounds, NTCU, Optifam and more. Fête La Pointe, November 3rd to November 5th. Sakai Malala.
Dominica Sci-Fi Fantasy Writers Collective has launched a new contest for writers from the Commonwealth of Dominica and the Diaspora. The Piton Noir Dominica Sci-Fi Fantasy Writers Contest is open to all Dominicans ages 16 and up, to both first-time writers and published authors. In more news in the region, at least 3 Caribbean countries, Barbados, Grenada, and Trinidad and Tobago, are selling sliced bread made partly from cassava flour instead of only regular wheat flour, and another 5 have had training in a bid to have the region use more cassava and its products. This according to Dr. Lystra Fletcher Paul from the Food and Agriculture Association or Organization Caribbean Office. And Iraqi forces have for the first time entered the eastern outskirts of Mosul as they attempt to drive Islamic State ISIS militants from the northern city. Elite Counter-Terrorism Service troops seized control of the state television building in Kubjali hours after launching an assault on the area. But a BBC journalist embedded with them says they are facing fierce resistance. Units of the Army's 9th Division are meanwhile said to be bearing down on southeastern districts of the city. And that concludes your morning news update. This was brought to you through the very kind compliments of Dominica Brewery and Beverages Limited and NCCU Limited. I've been your presenter, Richie Farrell, along with the Q95 News team, wishing you a very pleasant morning. Would like to thank Matthias Belting for linking. And stay tuned. Real Estate Talk is next with Marian Johnford. You can join us again at 12 p.m. for the midday news package with Kimberly Benjamin. Good morning.
And good morning to you, Richie. And we continue here in the morning with Joshua Francis until our next stop with Real Estate Talk on the telephone. Good morning to you, quickly. Morning to you, yes. I'm not hardly hearing you though. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's better now. Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you much clearer now. Yes.
All right. I was saying good morning to everybody listening to Q95.
Yes.
And Matt, like you said, you drew me out again. I want to congratulate Joshua on the manner in which he conducted this interview. Joshua, I always knew it was a matter of time. Joshua is a man of the people, a man for the people, a man who is born to lead, man. But you know, some people make themselves leaders because of the ambition and the whatever. But Joshua is born lead. Joshua is a guy with a black. Joshua is a guy who certainly wants to see people's lives better. You know, I treated Joshua when we used to be very tough in the election, and even after elections. And I would get fed up, leave him and just walk through. And he would meet me wherever we were going, man. Because just stop and talk to every single body on the road and his hands in his pocket, something happening. So, you know, I'm really care for people. And while some people would expect there to be a fight, an infighting between Joshua and his party, he has realized that he's not a fighter, he's a lover. He's a man who wants to see his country and his people do well. And Joshua stood solid behind the fact that there'll be no crossing floor. And Joshua wants to urge you to live the life that you've been living, the life of caring people. Obviously, we find one or two callers come with negative vibes. People never do positive things. I understand if some part of your friends, family, whatever, may not have the positive of you continuing in politics. It is totally reasonable for them to feel that way. Maybe if you were my brother, I could have told you the same thing. I'm happy you did not leave. And I believe there's really a contribution for you to make for your country. And rest assured that you will be appreciated by Dominicans even more effective today. Because they'll realize this is a man with a heart, a man that really don't care. We're trying to put him back. And I get from all your conscience is clear. And you're going to work towards moving Dominica. Boss, I know you're a man of prayer, I know you're a man of God, I know you're a man with an ambition to move Dominica forward. An ambition to see poor people survive. I want you to be strong. Remember, profession, your family, that must be first. However, the fight is taken for Dominicans. I want to urge you to keep it up, and I call on Dominicans to give Joshua Francis the support he needs to move on. You never neglected your constituency. I mean, I've been passing for that constituency since you don't let us. So the people of Louvière, I'm sure they will stand behind you. And nothing will break you down, Joshua Francis. Take care of yourself, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, caller.
Joshua Francis,
very
touching. Time is somewhat limited here, but I want to ask finally, what lessons did you learn from this experience, and what are your plans for the Roseau South constituency?
Well, Matt, you know, there are so many lessons. The most important lesson is to forgive. Is to forgive and to love. I'm reminded on a daily basis to care for others. I have always been going to the Princess Margaret Hospital at least once a month. And whenever I go to the hospital to visit the sick, I remind myself that I could be the one on the bed. I have seen people lose their lives at the hospital. And what it has taught me is to be more humble and to be more giving, to be more caring. Because when the music stops, a man has to give an account of his life. And the greatest question that will be asked to him, sir or madam, what have you done for others? Have you clothed anybody? Did you clothe anybody? Did you feed anybody? Did you give anybody drink? So I'm saying this to say, Matt, over the past few months, in the dark hour, I have become more humbled. I have become a greater servant. I'm more prepared to serve the people, to make a contribution for the betterment of Dominicans. I have also learned to be more forgiving, because sometimes people misunderstand you. To understand people, you need time with them. And I'm a new entrant, a relatively new entrant in the political arena. So certain persons have been uncertain. Where does Joshua stand? Because Joshua comes with an approach which is genuine, which is honest. And he cuts different sides simply because he believes in people and he stands for people. I have also believed that over the past few months I have learned to appreciate teamwork. I have always been a team player. I do not always come on the radio to say what I do for my teammates, but I have grown to appreciate teamwork even better. And that's why I'm prepared to work with the United Workers' Party to make Dominica a better place, to make Rosa South a better place.
And talking about plans, I have 2 minutes.
Well, Matt, you know, the Rosa South constituency has a number of issues. I have always been working. I've been doing my work quietly. Apart from having to meet constituents on a day-to-day basis. Take, for example, on my way to the station, a lady calls me. She says, Francis, my child has a skin rash. I need some help. Matter if I have $10 in my pocket, and that's how I can help. I give it out. So I help people on a day-to-day basis. Of course, when you help with your left hand, you don't let your right hand know. My team and myself, we have helped people to buy basic supplies to fix their houses, repair their houses. That is just from an individual or family point of view. We have also been visiting the sick. We have our own version of the Yes We Care program, where we have identified a few elderly persons in the constituency where the families have neglected them and they are not under the Yes We Care program. My team have been going around helping these people, you know, providing basically care, bathing them and feeding them. We have had reading programs at the Rosa South constituency office at Newtown, where we have helped some children who could not read to read properly. As a matter of fact, last year we had a couple of children who barely could read, and then at the end of this academic year they did very well, and that brought some joy into my heart. So these are some of the works that we have been doing. Of course, we have been involved in beautification projects, cleaning projects. We have been involved in sponsoring football leagues. As an example, at the Lubia area, we sponsored the Lubia Football League. We have also sponsored the Lubia Rounders team. We are doing all this because we understand that at the end of the day, what we want to do is to enhance and enable persons to get more out of life, especially the unemployed. We have a situation in Lubia where we have a high youth unemployment problem. So what I have been trying to do basically is to consult with the people, call them, have a meeting with them, see what we can do. I'm going to have a discussion with the Minister of Agriculture to see whether he can, you know, give us some monies for boat building and for fishing facilities so those boys can get involved in something positive. You know, because we need the young persons to redirect their energy into positive activities. Of course, the playing fields continue to be an issue. I have given representation. I have written a letter to the Minister of Sports. I have not gotten any response, but basically we're asking for lighting of the Lubia playing field. We're asking for the completion of the construction of the Jodel playing field, the Eggleston playing field, the Kingshill playing field, just to name a few. Even at Newtown, you know, the Culvert area, we need assistance for that. I wrote a letter to the Minister of Communication and Works. As far as the roads are concerned, I got a response. I got the commitment from the Minister of Communication and Works that the roads in the constituency will be improved, Jodel, Eggleston, and some other areas. We're also working on a recreational park project for the Leopoldville area. That's something that will unfold for the people in a few weeks to come. Of course, we have concerns about the river wall for Bath Estate. I will continue to give representation and echo the need for the construction of the Emsall Bridge. That's between Bath Estate and Emsall that is of significance, and the river wall in the Roseau Valley area. We have a number of persons who are affected by tropical storm Erica. They have not been assisted. So, Matt, there are a lot of things that we have been working on and will be working on over the next few weeks and few months to come.
I want to say thank you for coming in. You well understand, Joshua, all my telephones are going crazy. Your phone as well?
Yes,
going crazy.
Yes.
And I see almost, at one instance, you're almost in tears because of some of the text messages and WhatsApp messages you've been receiving. Let's do it again sometime.
Well, definitely. Let me just wrap up by saying thank you to all the supporters. You're right, Matt. I got a few texts. Some of them were very touching, and brought some emotions. I just want to remind Dominica that our theme for the independence is strengthening our commitment to nation building. I want us to take that at heart, reflect on it, and start at our homes. Those of us who have not been spending enough time with our parents, visit your parents, comb your granny, cut her nails, do something, clean the yard, wash some dishes, go out there, do something for your community, be of use to your family and to your community. I love Dominica. God bless Dominica.
You too, my brother.
God bless you, Matt.
God bless you. Real estate stop is next here.
Chosen generation, we've been called for to show these excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation.